Good evening, everyone. It is June the 20th. Welcome to Go Beyond, the virtual version. Woohoo! Tonight, you're going to need a pair of weights, your yoga block, or your step over box, whatever you have. A band for your legs. I would suggest medium weight rather than the heavy weight so that you can take bigger steps. You can increase the distance on your resistance rather than going the shorter one. And then we are going to, I'm looking through the thing, you need 2 targets. So we're going to do some side-to-side shuffling, and I like for you to have targets on the side so that you can visually see. I mean, I don't have a problem using a wall in the corner of my desk, but I don't actually want to run into either one of those. So I will use my lighter weights as my targets. Or a pair of shoes are handy too, or simply 2 Post-its stuck to your floor. My chair is back out of the way for my shuffling. All right. We're going to go ahead and start. I'm going to be repeating a couple of the songs mainly because they're already there and they're just long enough to do what we're going to do. We're going to start off with our breathing and go right into our warm-up. So let's stand up nice and tall. Okay. Get your feet planted on the ground, hip width apart. Kind of stack your hips a little bit. Stack your ribs. Then I want you to take your hands on your shoulders, lift your shoulders up, and then just let everything kind of fall down into place. Visualize your cylinder. Turn that down while we're doing this. Visualize your cylinder. We're going to fill from here to here on the first breath. Add this to the second breath and this to the third one. We're going to breathe in through our nose and out through our nose. If you can, we're going to breathe up for 4, hold for 2, down for 6, and then we'll go right into our warm-up. So, you're thinking about filling every crevasse. Here we go. One more. Let's start by picking up the heels. We want to wake up the quads. We're going to be doing quite a bit of stuff. Stepping over things, going around, shuffling. And let's do a little opposite shoulder turn. Go ahead and bring the hands up towards the shoulder. So you're working on flexibility as well. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go to knees. Up and up. You want to wake up your glutes. Take my phone out of my pocket for escapes. And let's slow it down and do a little bit of get on the horse and get off. And then you're going to do it with the other leg. So we want to get that joint flexibility going. And that single leg balance. So whatever flailing you want to do, totally fine. All right, let's go to wide stance. And just go backwards into our hip hinge. We're just going to say hello to our hamstrings now. But we're going to do more later. You do a little tiny pulse here. Make sure you're not holding onto your kneecaps. You're pressing into your thighs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. All right. We're going to start off with no weights, and then we're going to pick weights up as we do the first song again. We're going to start with reach pull. So you're going to start up here, and then we'll pull our knees up. Not going to necessarily stay in time with the beat, because I simply want you to do your step and pull down. There we go. Idea here is not to bend into it, but simply pick that knee up as high as you can. Whatever you do not clock yourself in the chin. Reach and pull. Reach and make sure you're turning your hands and pulling them down. All right. Now, we're going to go into side lunge, so pick up a pair of weights. I'm going to use a lighter set of weights because you're going to do an overhead press. So basically, start in your center space and go into your side lunge. And side lunge, so you're leaving the leg in the middle long. So you're stretching in the thigh, out of the pelvis. You do that little bit of a hip work here. So now that you know what your legs are doing, you're going to push up and up. And only as high as you can reach today. Good. So you just want to step it in there, push it up. One more. Go back to your march. Keep it low. Give your reach pull from this position. Ready? Here and here. So basically, it's just a little bicep pump. Get that knee up. Leg, doing the big movement. Four, three, two, and one. Let's go wide. So you're already in position. So basically, the hip you go to is the arm that goes up. So you'll go here and here, here and here, here and here. So without the step, you're probably taking a smaller push. Totally fine. Last one. All right. Set your targets. All right. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to do a little shuffle. So you're going to shuffle, shuffle, and shuffle back. So however big that is, get that little step hop in there. Believe me, feet leaving the ground becomes very important as you get older. It's literally about 2 steps. That's fine. I'm trying to get some air in the middle. Yours can be bigger, whatever your space warrants. Now that we're used to this, we're going to come back to center. Go into a little bit of a hip hinge and do the same thing. Be mindful of your back. Okay. And I'm actually going to take a step back so that, yes, I am right even with my targets, but I'm now able to step and straddle, so that gives me another extra step. And I'm going to reach and touch, reach and touch, reach and touch. Last one. And walk it out. Drink if you need to. We're going to set our weights forward and back now. So one in front, one behind. I'm gonna move my chair so I don't have an awkward accident. And hey, water on my shirt. Woohoo! So we're going to sumo march. So start in the middle, picking those knees up. When you get to the weight, you bend down and touch. You sumo yourself right back, and then touch with the other hand. So if you're not touching with both at the same time, then you make sure you get one hand in and the other. Good. Big march, big knee pickup. Put it down. There you go. We do so many things. We need to be able to come down into that. So the knee lifting helps open that up. There we go. Good. Press and touch. legs, here we go. Be mindful of your P's and Q's with your lumbar. Almost done. This will be our last one. Just go ahead and pick that target up. All right. Good job, everybody. Water. Don't be like me. Don't have a drinking problem. Whew. Okay. Next up, we're going to put the band on. We're going to have it around our ankles, so go ahead and put that on for yourself. Get it on an ankle level. We're going to step at 45 degrees. So our 90s, or north and south and east and west, and our 45 degrees. And we're going to add arms raised. And you can add a lightweight or a medium lightweight with this, but we're going to do that about halfway through the song, which is about 3 minutes long. So make sure you've got space to step, and we'll simply go here and here. Now the other side. You go up, and so you're doing that little bit of a leg, a little bit of a step, a little bit of a lunge here. Remember, I wanted you to use the slightly lighter resistance band for you, so you can really step. So if we were doing color steps, this would be it, but we're just calling them quarters. Good. There we go. Make that big step. Return it. Don't lose your tension in the middle. So you always want to have a little bit of tension right here, so you never get your feet that close. Let's do 2 fronts. Here and here. Now, this is where we're going to add some weight. So whatever weight you want to do, we're going to do a little bit of a front arm, a little bit of a pushback. That should help you decide what level you want your weights to be. All right, everybody, get reset. We're going to do front, front, back, back. That's going to be our set. Here we go. Front, front, back, back. And you can do opposites if that works for you. That's going to work for me. Lets me think a little better. Now the back, you can do the same. Don't care, as long as you're pushing back. So your front can be either way. And your back, you can do doubles if you wanted to. What do you feel like today? Good. Now I'm not staying there. I'm going to double back. So y'all been doing with me enough that you know what your limits are, what you can and can't do. Doesn't matter which leg you start with, as long as you're going in the same direction. Here we go. This will be our last. Now we got one after this. Okay, step well, here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step out of your band. All right, get your box or your block. We're going to go to overhead press. So if you want to switch weights and go lower, totally fine. Start with it at the low end. Overhead press, nice and low. Here we go. Up and down, up and down. Now I'm not pushing high. If you want to push higher, totally fine. Make sure you're taking a big enough step that both feet can clear the block and you're picking up and stepping over the block. Don't cheat. Feet need to be up and over. All right, let's go down. If you want to take it up to the next level, this is where we go. Here we go. Up and over. Pick those feet up. So get that knee up. That's one of these. Okay, good. Now, keep it here, or let's go a little higher. Your choice. But we're going to switch to kickbacks. So you don't have to keep going over shoulders. But first, if you've changed heights, you've got to get yourself used to stepping over. Okay. You gotta pick up those feet. So don't let your feet go behind the block, guys. So what you're going to do is you're going to push, 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 push. There you go. Get a nice move in there. Pick that foot up. And the way, remind yourself not to cheat, is to bring the knee forward. Your knee's going forward. It's kind of hard to drag your foot behind. 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, set this to the side. We're going to do a forward lunge with a bicep curl. So if you want to change weights, now's the time to do so. And I want you to use your chair. So we're doing single arm. All right. So forward lunge. So we're going to use our left foot and our left arm, and you'll step forward and come back up. Now, you're using this to help you keep your body upright, because I don't want you doing this and coming back up. I want you to have good posture and whatever you want to do with that. We'll do 10 on one side, 10 on the other, and then we'll figure out what we're doing. All right. Okay, yeah, minute 30. So you only really need one weight at a time. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep this same position. We're going to do the right leg with the left arm before we exchange our chairs. So let's go ahead and do that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Switch the chair around. Change where you are. Change your. We're going to have right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to switch to the left leg. So it'll be left leg, right hand. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Put the weight down. You got to get your band again. We're going to sit down this time. So get your chair, y'all. Okay. Band goes either to below knee or above knee, whichever one you prefer, because we're going to do open, close, and lift. So it's got to be at your thighs or your knees. Either way. Give you time to get it on. I'm going to start with it up here. You can do above or below, because we're going to do open, close, lift, open, close, down. So it's a 6 count. And you can hold on when you do your lift. But we're going to go ahead and get on that. Here we go. Open, close, lift, open, close, and down. 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 Open, close, and let's just stop right there. So I'm taking it to below my knees, so it stops rolling on me. And we're going to change it up just a little bit. And it's going to be open, close, lift, and down. Okay, if we change it to the other side, it'll all be in the air. Okay. Here we go. Open, close, lift, and down. Open, close, lift, and down. So you have those definitive stops here and here. Open, close, lift, and down. 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 Lift, and down one more. Now, hold the chair. Lift your knees. We're going to go open, close, touch, and lift. 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 Touch, and lift. Open, close. Keep it down. Just open and close for you. Ready? Just open and close. Okay, you can take this guy off. Stop that. All right. Before we stand up, because we are going to stand up, roll your hips forward, relax your toes. You want to kind of breathe into your quads, into your lap area, and let's come back up nice and slow. Bring your leg up, and just kind of, once you get up, get seated nice and tall, and let's just do a slight lean, get that loosened up. We're going into hip hinges, which is going to work that same spot again, but you want to stretch this out just a little bit. And here, sit up nice and tall, roll forward into that hip just a little bit to get that stretch on. All right, we are going to do hip hinges with pickups. So you want to go ahead and right here in front of your chair, you're going to get your weights in front of you, whatever size you decide to use. So get your legs against the back of the chair. Just that's for target purposes. You don't have to keep them there. And then you're going to hip hinge yourself down to where you think you're going to pick up the weights. So you have a target. You're able to move. We're going to hinge first. Then we're going to pick up the weights, kick back, and put them down. Push back. So when your hands are empty, you push. When your hands are full, you kick. All right? Or you do a long push. Here we go. Let's kind of ease on down into that hip hinge. Find those hamstrings, brace, and let's do a little 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's go into our pulse. So you're sitting into your hips, pulsing back there. There you go. Nice. Roll it up. Shake it out. Because I want your back to be a good position when you get ready to do this. Your hula hips. All right. You're going to go down, pick it up, kick it back, bring it in, and back down, and then back up. We'll be ready to start a phrase. Here we go. Down, up, push back, bring it here, down, up, push back, down, pick it up, push back, put it down, come up, push back, pick it up, come up, push back, put it down, push back, pick them up, push back, put it down, push back. So we're going to have a single. So there'll be a weight in your hand every time. Push. And now you're going to switch and push. Switch and push. Make sure you're going back in those hips. Switch and push. Pick up both of them this time. Pick up. Push. We're just going to touch. Touch. Come up. Push. Be mindful of your back. Push those hips back. And push. Down. Up. Push. We're going to put them down this time, and we're going to stay right here. Brace on your thighs. Go into a little bit of a pulse. You can actually put your hands on your thighs if that works better for you. Found the elbows of my thighs was not conducive to me pulsing very well. Keep breathing. And on my mark, we're going to go back into our pickup. 4, 3, 2, roll it up. Here we go. Down, up, push back. We're just going to touch. Down, up, push back. Down, up, push back. Down, up, push back. And we're done. All right, put one leg down. We're going to go to reverse lunge. So you can still have your chair if you need that for assistance. We're not going to use it the same way we did for forward lunge because you're going to do a wood chopper. Wood chopper requires you to have 2 hands. So pick your weight, light, heavy, small, large. Make sure you're holding it. Get your thumbs on the head and your fingers up here. So you're using palm grip. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by alternating, getting the back of our legs warmed up, making sure I'm not sticking my hands in my fan. And you'll go up and here. So you're just going to keep it simple. Now, if you cannot go over your head, remember, you just bring it out here and you bring your thumbs towards your collarbone and come back out. Do not straighten your arms out. Just keep that slight bend and come in. All right? If at some point you want to go to a single, make sure you keep your thumb on the head, and you can actually be in single mode. You just have to really think about where you're going with your elbow and with your arm, okay? So you can mix it up because you're going to get tired. It's a 3-minute long song. You're going to get tired. So we're going to start with our basic. So we're just going to start with a step. If you want to get your legs used to doing the reverse step, push back into your heel. Take your arms to opening position. And now when you step, bend and return. Bend and return. Bend and return. Yeah, we'll definitely be going to singles at some point. Good. I see some modifications. Great, guys. Ladies, you're doing awesome there. I'd say Dean was doing great, but he's off the screen, but I know he's working. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and roll it down slowly. You want your shoulders to get into this. Loosen it up. All right, we're going to go to left leg, one hand. Now, if you don't want to go completely overhead, just going to bring the weight to your shoulder and halfway back. You're going overhead. You're going to bring the weight to your shoulder and up. All right, so let's just go ahead and get in open position. We're going to stay here. When you go down, the weight goes to your shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Go ahead and take that up and roll it all the way down. You want to unblock anything that got stove up. Reset. Push this guy up here, thumb on the head. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Song is ending. We're going to go to abs. You're going to need your weights and your yoga block over here. All right. Sit on the front edge of your chair. Take your feet to square with the block between at your heels, okay? Because you're going to move it forward just a little bit. So your legs are square. Take your feet out for abs. Put your heels on top. With your toes up. Here we go. All right, bring these here. You can crisscross and you can do whatever you like. Tuck your belly button forward. Roll it back to your 80. And just rock and pulse. Now, I know you have the weights resting against your chest. Totally fine. But we are going to move them in just a moment, so make sure you got a good grip on them. What we're going to do is we're going to push them up so the heads are pushed away and your hands are open. So your thumbs are holding them. Right there in the cradle, you can do this. Again, we're doing this little rock back ab, so make sure your belly button is pushed forward so your spine is at good curve. 4, 3, 2. You're going to take this open cradle to your shoulder right here. And you can let it rest against your shoulders if you want to, depending on how your weights are resting. You can make that adjustment, push your pinky towards the front end of the weight, and let the weight rest against your shoulders. Or you can just completely hold it. 4, 3, 2, and now you're simply going to lift it away and hold it freehand. Arms, you just kind of have to lock them in position. So the weight is shifting now. Your arms are doing that little micro flex to hold it. Your thumb is doing the same thing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and come to 80 and roll your hands down nice and long. Let your arms release, let your toes go down for just a moment. Rock in your seat and take your feet wider on the block so they're on the edge, and you can let them relax for a moment and then lift them up. Okay, roll your belly buttons forward, put your thumbs on the heads and turn your hands out to the side, and you're about 4 inches away from your hips. Okay, roll those shoulders back just a little bit, and you felt everything right through here, just kind of down, roughly. Very tiny flex. There you go. Very small. 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring it up to your belly button. And just add a little turn on the rotation on the spine. We're beginning a little bit of our stretch here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Go ahead and take your feet off. Okay. We're going to leave the block there because we're going to use it to set these guys to the side. We'll restart the song. All right, so the block is in front of you at your balance position. I want you to put your toes on it, scoot forward on your chair. I want you to let your heels drop towards the floor. So your toes are high, your heels are low, stretching into your calves and your Achilles a little bit. So that's kind of, we're going to very gently let the hands rest. Do not press. Let your hips roll forward. You're not pressing on your legs. You just want to take it right there as much as you can handle. Wiggle your toes to make sure that everything is not clenched. Relax your feet against the block. If it helps you, you can take your hands away completely and just lean into it. What do you feel? How are you feeling about this? And we're going to very slowly with the head and chest first. Bring the head and chest up. Roll into the hips first. There we go. Okay, put the block between your toes and your midfoot. We're going to lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. So you're lifting the block up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, turn the block long ways and put your right foot on it and bring that left leg up. It's now 3 inches taller than it was a while ago. Just sit up nice and tall right here. Let this relax. I'm letting my hands lay gently across, so just by laying on them, gravity is working for me. I don't have to push. And then I'm very gently and very carefully going to put this leg down and slide that block over. And I'm going to pick this leg up. Once I get it up, I'm going to sit up nice and tall, let my hands drape. And you want to breathe through it, okay? Pull those toes. We did a lot of hip and leg work. And let's go ahead and gently get that down. I want you to take the block in between, stand it up on the flat side, on the tall side, and have it right there squared in between. We're going to roll our hips forward And we're going to take our outside of our palms, press right here. Okay. Be careful, it's a thin block. And I want you simply to flex your shoulders away from your spine while your arms are long. And then I want you to relax that and cow into it. So we're going to go flex the shoulders away and cat, arch the back. And then we're going to bring the shoulders back in and cow the back down towards the floor. Again, once more with the cat. And then we're going to bring it in and cow. Push that belly button towards the floor. And then we're just going to raise ourselves back up here. Rock our hips. Make sure that the lumbar is loose. Let's stack it up. Stack it up. Let's do our breathing, shall we? Breathe in deep. Exhale all the way down. One more. Alrighty, you guys. Thank you very much. We're going to catch you on the flip side.